You ready for some Bowman baseball tonight? We are breaking another 6-box lot of it, and hopefully we're going to find some awesome stuff in it. You guys know how I love my Bowman. Of course, before we actually get started ripping, there is some information that I need to go over to make sure we're all on the same page. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with that while everybody's jumping in here. So feedback is automated. Anytime you leave positive feedback for me on eBay, you are instantly going to get positive feedback in return, thanks to the fabulous wonders of automation. And of course, the more important thing on that page is to say thank you. I always appreciate you being here, bidding with me, breaking with me, chatting with me. Many of you have been with me for years. Like Jay Allen, for instance, who's here. Hi, Jay Allen. He's been with me for years. I don't know, like if he suddenly disappeared, I would not know what to do. I'm used to seeing some of you guys. I miss you guys when I don't see you. Is that weird? Well, anyway. All right, so this is a look at what is listed on eBay and what's coming up in the days ahead. So tomorrow night, Select Baseball. It's going to be a half case break. It is the start of a new case. On Thursday night, Select Baseball. It is the back half of the case that we start on Wednesday. We will finish on Thursday, and that will be the last of Select Baseball for this year. On Friday, we're going to have a little bit later than normal start time. It'll be 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific, and we've got 3 new release products on Friday. So, yeah, we're going to dig into all 3. It'll be kind of a long break, sort of a long break, mostly because of score. So a half case of Court Kings basketball will be first. Those are loose boxes from shared cases, and it is a 1-pack per box kind of product, so it won't take a terribly long time. Tier 1 baseball, we're going to break that by the full case, and once again, that's a 1-pack per box, so it's not going to take a long time. Then when we roll down to Score Football, we're going to break a half case of that, and that will take forever plus a day. Yeah, it's got, I don't know, probably 2,400 cards in it, something like that. Big break. Veteran Base does not ship to the teams in the Score Football break, and those are also loose boxes from a shared case. All of that information and a bunch of other stuff can be found in the listing description if you want more specifics. Saturday and Sunday, off nights. So here's what you need to know shipping-wise for our Bowman baseball break tonight. I am expecting it to be out the door on or about Friday. And as is always the case, that's kind of plus or minus a day. So the week goes really well. Maybe it gets out a day early. The week goes off the rails. Maybe it goes a day later. As it stands right now, I think it will be Friday. We don't need to worry about consolation cards in here. Every team is going to pull cards. All the cards ship. So there's, again, quite a few in this break. So everybody's going to get some. We shouldn't have to worry about that. Everybody's all paid up tonight, which is fabulous. I love that. That makes me so happy. And, yeah, means we don't have to wait and try to sell any teams. Isn't that great? This is a 6-box break of 2020 Bowman baseball. That is a half case quantity. This is break number 2. Ended tonight on eBay the same night we are breaking it, which is Tuesday night, the 2nd of June. You're going to find your team names are on one side, and in the other column, yeah, that's right, it's your eBay user ID. So that way you can kind of glance up there and keep track of what teams belong to you in here tonight. So that's all the boring stuff, necessary but boring. We're getting ready to break. One more little thing I've got to do. I'm changing up the focus. That's right, your background's getting blurry. You're getting sleepy. Yeah, so I did that on purpose. Don't worry about that, though. We don't care about what's in the background. We only care about what's coming out of the box. And that we're going to be able to see up nice and close and personal here in a minute. All right, there's our 6 boxes. We are looking for 1 autograph card per box, which most of you, all of you, probably already know. There are lots of other fun things going on in here, though. There are inserts that we'll talk about the first time we see them. There are, of course, the chrome parallels. There are numbered parallels that we can pull. There's all kinds of other interesting things that hang out in Bowman baseball. And again, we'll talk a little bit more about them as we see them in this first box, and then not so much when we see them in subsequent boxes. Obviously, numbered stuff we'll stop and talk about always, but I'm just talking about in general. So Hi, I see we have Myopia Movie with us. I like that, his question there. It's like, so we're guaranteed to hit a red autograph. Which, of course, he knows we're not, but he types in on the next line that he's kidding. So, yeah. Yeah, I wish we were guaranteed to hit one. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? If we were guaranteed to hit something fabulous all the time. Well, sadly, we are only guaranteed, well, right now I can't even get this pack open. The one autograph per box is all they promise us in here. But we always hope for the best. So maybe, you never know, we might get lucky. And welcome, by the way. He said it's your first time joining us, so welcome. Glad to have you here tonight. And of course, lots of cards in here. A lot of it is base, and there are a lot of chrome parallels as well, a couple per pack. And we do tend to kind of cut a path through most of that stuff. We don't dwell on a lot of stuff that is not numbered or autographed. Again, a little slower through the first box just to make sure everybody understands what's coming out, and then faster through the others. But I do like Bowman. I do wonder what it's going to look like next year. I know, it sounds weird that I'm thinking ahead, but listen, Bowman draft, there's only going to be, what, 5 rounds of the draft, I think is what they agreed to? And so how are they even going to make Bowman draft? They'd have to make such a small amount of it, because otherwise you're only talking about 150 guys that would be in that product. So I don't know. They're going to have to come up with some kind of plan B. You know I love my Bowman draft, so I'm already thinking ahead about all that stuff. All right, we have here Ruben Cardenas for the Tampa Bay Rays. Our autograph out super early. So we're seeing it like the 3rd card we looked at. So there it is, your autograph for box number 1 headed to the Tampa Bay Rays. Takes a little of the suspense out, doesn't it? Then, as I mentioned, a couple of chrome parallels that we're going to see in every pack. Some of them are refractors. And when they are refractors, they're going to be numbered just like this one is. They are numbered to 499 when you see that pretty little rainbow of colors there. And we will find plenty of inserts. And the insert sets are all refractors. This, of course, the first one that we see is the Indians and Tyler Freeman, but these are top 100 inserts, and there will be, before we're done, loads of them, and the entire insert set will be refractors. And there'll be others too, other insert sets that will also all be refractors. Like, for instance, our nice little anniversary sets here, and this particular one, Joey Bart for the Giants. Now, a lot of this stuff that is unnumbered, even though I just kind of autopiloted and put that one in a sleeve, but a lot of the refractors where the whole set refracts, I'm not going to necessarily put in sleeves live. We will do a lot of that after the fact unless they're numbered. But in this first box, because we're still talking, we may as well, right? That one is the Toronto Blue Jays, and again, another insert set that you will see a lot. And it's got, again, all refractors. If any of them are numbered, I will point it out to you. In the absence of me calling out a number, you can assume it is not numbered. Talent Pipeline, whole other set that, you got it, refracts. I don't know why they make all their inserts that way. I'd rather it be the opposite. Let the refractors be the treasure, if you will. Rookie of the Year favorites. Savali, Indians. We'll find loads of those too before we're finished up tonight. I want to say there's even another insert set. Yeah, here is one that we hadn't seen yet. Hidden Finds, this one is called. That one to the Red Sox is J.D. Martinez. There will be an abundance of those as we go along. Another top 100. That one, of course, was the Diamondbacks. Out of habit, I always separate the chrome out. just because sometimes when we do this by the full case, we don't ship the paper base. We ship only the chrome and the inserts and that sort of thing. Now, that's not the case tonight. Half case, we ship it all. But out of habit, I always sort the chrome stuff out separately as we go. Oh, I like this kid. For the Dodgers, it is Gavin Lux with a Rookie of the Year favorites insert. And there's Elio Ramos, and that is for the San Francisco Giants. You guys are talking about there'll be a lot of free agents and lower level draft picks in Bowman draft for them to make it work, and I'm sure that's right. But it's still, I don't know, it just bugs me. I don't know, it just bothers me how it's going to work. You know, it's not going to be the normal, that's for sure. And even the guys that they're going to be signing after the fact, looks like there's pretty hard limits on how many they can sign and what amount of money they can spend. So even the ones who aren't acquired through the draft, it's still going to be pretty limited as to who the teams are able to acquire outside of the draft. So I just think it's going to mess with my little Bowman draft product. I feel like it is. You know how I love that product, so that's kind of bumming me out, but maybe you're right. Maybe they'll have it all fixed. That was a nice Joe Adell top 100 that went through there for the Angels. Right now, I just want them to agree on some money and come back to work. You know, don't we all just feel like that at this point? Come back to money, come back to work, take your money, your millions of dollars, and play some ball so we can watch it. That is the Tigers and Matt Manning. And then on the opposite side here is Amaya for the Cubbies. And as it stands right now, it looks like the NBA will be first back. I mean, it seems like Major League Baseball, since they keep infighting over money and things, is probably still going to be a little ways away yet, because they'll have to finish spring training and all that happy stuff. Wander Franco, nice hit there for the Tampa Bay Rays. An insert. We'd like to find his autograph, but hey, always like to see Wander coming out. And for the Braves, there's Ian Anderson on an anniversary insert. But I don't know. I'm sure they'll get it worked out at the end of the day. There's just too much money on the table. The players aren't just going to walk away and say, we don't want any of that money. So I think that they'll be able to. Myopia, you said they're going to have unlimited free agent capacity. That's not the way I understood that to read. I understood it to say that they had some pretty hard cap limits on what they were able to spend, what they were able to bonus these guys, how many of those guys they were able to sign, and all that stuff. But I guess maybe I read it wrong then. I hope I did. That would make me feel better for sure. Sean Murphy and the Oakland A's on a Rookie of the Year contenders. Yeah, I would definitely like to think we're going to have some extra possibilities in there, so that sounds good to me. We have an atomic refractor for the Mariners. It is Julio Rodriguez. Those are not numbered, but do tend to fall one per box in the hobby version of Bowman, which is, of course, what we are working on tonight. So we can expect to see, on average, one of those per box. Jay Allen, you are looking for Hoskins Hidden Finds autograph. Oh, that would be nice to hit. That's got it. There can't be too many of those. Is it numbered in here, Jay Allen? What's his number on it? I wouldn't think that would be an open edition. It might be, but I'd be surprised if it is in here. Yeah, Myopia, you probably did read it right. Honestly, sometimes I skim these things and my takeaway maybe was maybe I didn't take away the the right point on it. So yeah, I trust your word on it, man. Oh, Tyler, you said it's a $10,000 signing bonus cap per player after the 5th round. So maybe that's what I was thinking of. Maybe I'm thinking of that, and somehow in my head that also went into, oh yeah, it's going to limit how many players they can sign. But I guess it's not necessarily the case. But I don't think they'll be out signing 1 million people, because otherwise they would have just gone on and had the full draft. I think the idea is, because of all the lost revenue, that they don't want to spend as much money this year. And obviously all the draft guys, their compensation's different. Their bonuses are split up over the course of their signing bonus is going to be split up, payable over, I think, maybe even a 3-year period. It was definitely 2 and I think 3 years. So there's a lot of stuff that's going to be different with the draft this year that somewhere along the way is probably going to impact our products to a certain extent anyway. Jay Allen, you said unless they changed it, you think they're supposed to be 99. Well, that's, entirely possible. I kind of do have that bad habit of skimming things, and then I retain some of it, but maybe not always all of it. Yamamoto, Rookie of the Year favorite, Marlins. So we're going to hit our autograph again early, so I'm going to just set it up there for a minute. I don't want to hit it quite as early as we're hitting it. There's one for the Tigers, and those, what is that series called? Spanning the Globe, I think, right? That's what that particular insert series is, and often obviously has international players featured on it. AJ Puck, Rookie of the Year contender. And there's a little anniversary of Kersh, Mr. Clayton Kershaw for the Dodgers. You know, I don't like my stacks to get too big. I like to keep them nice, short little stacks there. And a C.J. Abrams top 100 for the Padres. There's Spanning the Globe for the Cubbies with Alzolay. A nice little Rookie of the Year favorite, Yordan Alvarez, Astros. Yeah, I was talking to my dad earlier today, and he says... He says, man, I don't care who comes back first, basically. He just wants some sports. He just wants to watch anything. He's like, I don't care what comes back. That is a hidden finds for the Padres. I think a lot of us are about to that point, though, aren't we? We're like, yeah, bring back T-ball. You know, anything's fine. Have squirt gun fights. We're good. We'll watch it. That is Dominguez, Spanning the Globe for the New York Yankees. That's another guy we would love to find some ink for tonight. That would be very nice for the Yankees if we could make that work out. Blue Jays, Bo Bichette with the anniversary refractor. Jay Allen, you said you love big stacks, but of money. Yeah, we probably all love big stacks of money, don't we? Not probably too many of us have it. I don't, but maybe some of you guys do. We've got a red in here, kids. Woohoo! I love the little short printed red ones, numbered 2-5. Yes, indeed. That is for the Toronto Blue Jays, with a nice little red border hit to 5 with Jordan Groshans, whichever it is. Yeah, like that autographed Mike Trout to 5 out of on his first Bowman that just sold for, what was it, almost $1 million, 900 and something thousand, setting a new record for what am I trying to say? Not common era, but current anyway stars. And how about an orange right behind that red? Sweet. Numbered to 25. You've got one for the Orioles with Adam Hall. You've got a red and an orange almost back to back. I like that. Modern era. That's what I was trying to come up with. I don't know why I had a... Like my brain just idled. It just went into neutral. I couldn't think of it. For the Oakland A's, this is our atomic refractor, and it is Logan Davidson for the good old Oakland A's. Now, we're going to hit our autograph. We saw it earlier, I know, but I wasn't ready at that point to look at it because it was so early in the box. We have Miguel Vargas for the Dodgers. It happens to be the blue parallel, meaning it is numbered, if I would hold it the right way, numbered to 150 for the Dodgers. Jay Allen, you watched Gronkowski lose his WWE belt last night. Does that count? Well, I guess it does. Technically, that's, I guess, sort of sports and entertainment maybe mixed together, I guess. Sort of. I don't really ever watch wrestling, but yeah, I mean, sure. I say it counts. At this point, putt-putt golf would probably count, right? I mean, go put Tiger Woods on a putt-putt course and sure, we'll go watch it. I mean, heck, we watched Tom Brady and Tiger and those guys play golf, so why not watch them do something else, like putt-putt. There is a talent pipeline for the Nationals. Myopia, you said guaranteed red, just not yours. I know, right? You sort of called that, didn't you? Saying we would find some red. Although I think you were thinking autograph. You had the right mindset, though, so I like it. Like it. And yes, it was modern era. Thank you. Yeah, it did take me a minute to work that through in my head, but I did eventually come up with the word. I don't know what happened there. It's like my brain just shifted into neutral. That was a Casey Mize for the Detroit Tigers. And again, guys, some of this other stuff will be sleeved later. Some of these other refractors, we're not doing them all as we go, but some we do, of course. The Polar Bear, Pete Alonso, anniversary parallel for the Mets. I see our atomic, or I thought I saw our atomic. No, maybe we already hit it. I don't know. It's a top 100. I thought I saw it flashing in there, but I guess I didn't. I just saw the corner of that one instead. All right, there we have rolled through box number 2. Let's give number 3 a shot here, see what comes out of it. Jay Allen, you used to really like old school wrestling. You said it's a clown show now. I have not watched any wrestling, and I don't even know how long. I've watched very little, period, in my lifetime, like hardly any. But it's been ages since I have watched even 2 minutes of wrestling, so I don't really keep up with that too much. That and hockey. I have no interest really in hockey, other than the fights. I do. I mean, okay, right. I shouldn't like the fights. I get that. That's the wrong thing to like about hockey. I do get that. But it is the part I like. So the rest of it, I don't really care that much about. But show me a good fight. Oh, yeah, I'm all about that. But, of course, we didn't really have, I mean, obviously I don't have hockey in my area where I live and didn't have it growing up. So it's just kind of, I don't know, not a thing. I mean, it's a thing, but it was never, we were not exposed to it as kids. We didn't have any teams we rooted for. We didn't watch it. We didn't have it locally, so that's probably why I don't care that much, I guess. You said, this is going to sound weird, but if I want competition, Marble Olympics is addicting. Well, tell us about it. What is it? What is it? What does it do? Is it people? Well, obviously it must have something to do with marbles, but I don't know exactly what. But I will tell you one thing I saw that was really cool is, and probably everyone has seen it by now because it's been rolling around for at least a month. But the sportscaster who called the marble race, like a guy that had dug a trench through the sand and poured a bunch of marbles down the trench and then filmed the whole thing while they were running down the little trench from start to finish through all the curves and various things, and sportscaster, called it like it was a live sporting event. That's actually surprisingly fascinating to watch. And you wouldn't think it would be, and it probably wouldn't have been as interesting had we not had the sportscaster adding in his 2 cents worth. So, daggone it, there's the autograph out early again. I thought I'd try a different pile that time, and it's just like a magnet, isn't it? Keeps wanting to show up the first couple of cards out of the break, but that's not what we want. Tampa Bay Rays, Ronaldo Hernandez. Another top 100. A little more base. But yeah, I mean, horse racing is on still. So horse racing is a thing you can watch too. That's interesting usually. Aristides Aquino. And the Punisher is out for the Cincinnati Reds on a Rookie of the Year contenders. Now let's see what you said. This guy sets up crazy events like soccer or Olympic events and has different marble colors compete. So yeah, okay, so it's like the sand one that I'm talking about, except there are 50 events and hours of footage. Oh, well, that might be kind of interesting. They have like a marble, like a marble shot put. Yeah, I guess marbles couldn't really throw their marbles, so yeah, maybe not a marble shot put, but... So is it on YouTube then, I take it, what you're talking about? There's Kyle Lewis, Rookie of the Year favorites for the Mariners. Wonder how long it takes that guy to do it. Maybe it doesn't matter, though. Maybe he has a zillion people watching it and he gets $1 trillion in ad revenue from YouTube, so he doesn't care if it takes him half his life. Who knows? Joe Adele and the Angels. Yeah, I know there are a lot of people that make money from YouTube and YouTube advertising. I'm not one of them, but I know there are people who do. Luzardo and the Oakland A's. All right, there's another top 100. That one is Evan White. Rookie of the Year contenders, Brendan McKay. Oh, I like him. Tampa Bay Rays. Because he's from, only played college ball in this area, so. Got to look out for those kids who played really at Kentucky or U of L. Either one, UK or U of L. Always want them to do well. All right, Colorado Rockies, our Atomic Refractor from box number 3 with Colton Welker. There's an anniversary Liberatore for the Cardinals. I think that might be the first Liberatore that I've seen on that particular insert. Of course, this is only our second break of it, but still. Maybe one that's not quite as common, we're going to say. All right, you said there's high jump, archery, track events, diving, and they have Marbula 1 racing. That's awesome. That was an insert for the Giants. Oh, yeah. Good grief. I do not need to start watching that. Then what am I going to do? I'll be up till 4 in the morning or something watching marbles race. That is for the Padres with an anniversary insert. And there is Chang for the Indians on another spanning the globe. Wonder, I mean, just people are so creative. How that guy ever even came up with that in the first place. Just probably sitting around one day and said, hey, wouldn't it be fun to have some marbles race? Our autograph hit, it is headed to the Washington Nationals. You got a little Jackson Rutledge ink headed your way if you've got the Nats tonight. Jay Allen, you would watch hamster racing if it was on TV. Hey, listen, Jay Allen, this might be something that you might enjoy, possibly. I know that you are familiar with a lot of the older television shows. There's a talent pipeline. Do you remember the Carol Burnett show? Like, I vaguely remember some of the later years of it. I was very, very young, but towards the end, it ran for 11 years. And towards the end of its run, I vaguely recall some of it. Because I would have been a little kid then, but my family used to watch it. So, like, there's certain skits that probably, really, I think I recall them from when I was a kid. Truthfully, I probably recall them from having seen them in reruns. But anyway, so Logan Allen Hidden Finds refractor. Whatever I remember it from, I like Carol Burnett show. And they just recently, as in a couple days ago, added that show to Amazon Prime, and you can now stream all the episodes all the way through all 11 seasons. So it's good for some entertainment. And that's a funny show. Casey Mize Detroit Tigers Anniversary Edition. The only thing that's weird about it, though, is that you can tell when you're watching it that somehow they don't show, like, the last skit of every episode seems to somehow, like, not be there. I don't know why. It's edited out or something. But then they show up sometimes later. It'll say, like, part 2 of some episode, but it'll be way far away from where you watched the first of it. And it will be that skit that got cut out. So somehow they're put together oddly, but still might be worth watching. Got another orange, but this one's orange chrome. We like that even better. It is numbered to 25. It heads to the Pittsburgh Pirates. So you've got a nice orange chrome Cal Mitchell for the Pittsburgh Pirates. We are halfway home. 3 down, 3 to go. So, Myopia, you're telling us that the marble stuff from 2018 and 19 has the best production value and commentary. So, now they've gone commercial on us, have they, in 2020? For Marble Olympics? Be hard not to, though, probably. I don't even know how you would find 3 years worth of marble events to tape. But hey, you know, creative minds find a way, right? Oh, yeah, Mama's Family did come from that. I remember from the Carol Burnett show, or maybe it was from Mama's Family. One of them, either the original one on Carol Burnett or the later Mama's Family. I think from the original Carol Burnett show, because she was in it and she wasn't on Mama's Family that much. Was when they played the game Sorry. If you remember that episode. For some reason, that's the one that stands out in my mind. Probably because we had that game. When my sister and I were younger, we had that game, Sorry, that we used to play. Ooh, A-Team's on Amazon Prime. I didn't realize that. I hadn't seen that on there. That's going to be another good one to go back and watch. I've been watching tons of the old episodes, stuff like that. and all kinds of documentaries and just, I don't know, whatever you can find, sort of. Just like, yeah, I'll watch that. We've now watched everything on the DVR. There was tons of stuff on the DVR that had been recorded that we had never watched or had watched maybe only part of or whatever. We've watched all that now too. Max Scherzer for the Nationals anniversary insert. So we're definitely now into all of our streaming services. Hidden Gems Paddock for the Padres. I also watched a bunch of old Disney movies on Disney Plus, like Incredible Journey and all that old Disney movies. We watched all those. Rewatched the whole Star Wars saga in order, all 9 of them. That's been a couple months ago, or a month or two, half ago anyway. Detroit Tigers with Cameron for our Atomic Refractor out of box number 4. So yeah, we've run through a lot of stuff, and now we're definitely watching streaming stuff. There's another Dominguez for the Yankees on Spanning the Globe. Jay Helen, you said sorry was in every house. Everybody had that. Yeah, I just remember the one where they were playing it on Mama's Family. They got into a huge fight over it because they kept, of course, bumping each other back, and they had a little bell they rang when they did it, sorry. It, of course, turned into a big whole thing with them. Joe Adele, Angels, anniversary parallel. Another top 100 for the Mets. And in this case, our Atomic Refractor is numbered. Yay. It's to 150. It is a top 100 Drew Waters coming out there for the Atlanta Braves. Talent Pipeline. But yeah, I've gone back and watched a lot of old shows too. I mean, like a bunch of old Andy Griffith and just about anything you can think of. At some point or another, we've gone back and watched some of it. Talent Pipeline for the Cubs. And there's another Alzolay Cubbies. Of course, that's all we'll have all the way up until probably January or so of next year. Because where all the production is shut down on television shows and they can't get it ramped back up yet. I mean, they're starting to, they just this week issued the guidelines for Hollywood as to, like, here's how you can film again, here's what you can do for your auditions, etc. It's kind of an extensive list of stuff they have to do. There's an AJ Puck for the Oakland A's. And so once they do start filming again, I mean, they're pretty far behind where they should be. So our stuff is not going to come back in the fall on the timeline it would have normally come back. I'm talking about scripted, obviously scripted television. So hopefully our sports will come back and fill that gap and stay active. Because otherwise we got a long few months. It's Yamamoto. I'm guessing baseball shows up again probably mid-July. I'm going to call it and say I don't think they'll make it by July the 4th at this point, but maybe they make it by maybe the, 15th or something. I don't know what day of the week that is, but somewhere in that general vicinity. And so I think we'll have it back in about a month. Got another orange. We're doing really well with our orange tonight. This one's also chrome. It is shimmer as well. So orange, shimmer, chrome to 25 for the Marlins with Sanchez. So that's a nice little hit for Miami. And lots of orange showing up, so that's a good thing. Yordan Alvarez again. Rookie of the Year contenders. There's another Casey Mize spanning the globe for the Tigers. I don't know. I just want to see some of the rookies. I just want those guys to get out there. Let's see what we've got, you know. But eventually, we'll get back on track. Parodies, Tigers. Spanning the globe again, it was. Top 100, McClanahan. Our hit waited this time. It cooperated a little better, and it's waited till close to the end. So I like that. Our hit being nice and cooperative. And it comes out for the Oakland A's. Hogan Harris. Seems like the Oakland A's are coming out of everything en masse, doesn't it? It feels like every product that I open, there are 8,000 Oakland A's hits in it. I know that's realistically not the case, but that's how it feels. Nate Pearson, Blue Jays anniversary insert. And that is box number 4 in the books. So now we're about to plunge headlong into box number 5, our next to last box of tonight. Wow, Jay Allen, you haven't watched a new scripted show in 10 years. Wow. Well, I'm like you. I also like a lot of documentaries and sports for sure, and I do watch both of those things. I don't watch as much do-it-yourself stuff because I'm just not handy. So, I mean, sometimes I'll watch some of that stuff. You know, like Love It or... Is it Love It or List It? Whatever it's called, where they like fix it up and then you decide if you're going to keep it or not. And Property Brothers stuff. And sometimes I watch some of that, but I don't watch much do-it-yourself stuff because I'm not at all handy. And I don't know. Then I start getting all these ideas about, oh, I want to do this. I want to do that. Oh, let's tear out this wall. Let's do that. And it's like, yeah, no, I can't do that. So, not that as much. But documentaries and other educational things, I enjoy a lot of that sort of stuff too. So, but I also like my scripted television. I do. I'll admit it. You said it wasn't AJ. Yeah, AJ Puck does come out a lot. You are not wrong about that. I know, so many wrappers to open. That's what takes us forever, doesn't it? Long, long time. I did see the pre-order for Stadium Club Chrome go through the other day. So I guess they are going to go ahead with all the Chrome releases. Because it's supposed to be Stadium Club, Gypsy Queen, and Allen and Ginter all having a Chrome release in addition to their regular release. So the only one I've seen the pre-order for at this point is Stadium Club. But I'm sure they're going to do the others as well. Or, you know, they wouldn't have done Stadium Club if that makes sense. So I think we are still probably going to get the full slate of products that we were supposed to get for the year. But everything does seem to be getting produced in a lot lower quantities. And of all the years, man, you know, like basketball is coming up, National Treasures basketball, I would generally have a minimum of 3 cases up to a maximum of maybe 5 or 6 in my allocation, and I am getting virtually none. I mean, it is a tiny, tiny little amount of that because, well, what are they going to do? Production's cut back. to $299. The Astros with a sparkle here for Jeremy Pena. Or they may call it speckle. I can't remember if they call it speckle or sparkle, but Panini calls it one thing, Topps calls it another, but it's the same pattern either way. Little J.J. Bleday coming out for the Marlins. Anniversary parallel. Victor Mesa, also the Marlins. So it is definitely impacting what we're going to get with all of our products. Baseball has been cut back tremendously. I mean, I'm getting probably, I don't know, maybe half of what I would normally get for Tier 1. Bo Bichette and the Blue Jays Rookie of the Year favorites. I'm getting about a tenth of what I would normally get for Diamond Icons. Didn't even get a full case of Diamond Icons. I mean, it's just brutal. Brutal, brutal, brutal right now. Because they're trying to get caught up by way of printing less. Because, you know, the printers are who are behind. Topps has, I think, the products designed and ready to go. But the printer has to be able to print it. And Topps and Panini, I think, share a primary printer. So those poor people are trying to crank it out for both places. And so, yeah, they're just cutting the numbers back so they can print each product, take some less time to print, and then hopefully get us caught back up. This is our first purple of the night. It happens to be paper, and it's numbered to 250. It's going to the Diamondbacks, and it is Alek Thomas. Jay Allen, you said you and your dad put in a new kitchen? Wow. Wow. It's a top 100 from the Rays. And you learned most of it from watching those shows. That's pretty awesome, man. That's actually really awesome. Sean Murphy, Oakland A's. Yeah, because I mean that's one of the better remodels you can do in terms of adding resale value to a home, but it's also one of the most expensive that you can do. It's remodeling a kitchen. So too bad you don't live close to me. Man, not only would I have you working all the time sorting, I'd have you in here remodeling the house. And meanwhile, he's wiping his brow going, whew, thank goodness I don't live closer. But yeah, for those of you who don't know, Jay Allen always tells me that if he lived close by, he would work for cards. He would come and help me sort in exchange for giving him packs or boxes of cards. So that's kind of our little ongoing thing there. Detroit Tigers with another spanning the globe. And there's a top 100 Jared Kelenic. Nice. Mariners. There's our autograph. And it is the White Sox. That's nice with Andrew Vaughn. For the Chicago White Sox, it also happens to be atomic. And if I could turn it the right way, that'd be helpful. As such, is numbered to 100. So the White Sox with our autograph out of box number 5. Probably pretty happy with that one. With Andrew Vaughn. Rookie of the Year, Luzardo, Oakland A's. And an atomic for the Tampa Bay Rays. With Nico Holzer. Well, you know I'm going to butcher that. Let's just stick with Nico, shall we? We'll do the guy a favor. We'll spare him from me butchering his last name. Top 100. I think that was Baltimore Orioles. A spanning the globe for the Twins. All right, what else we got waiting for us in here? There's an anniversary Padres with Mackenzie Gore. A Spanning the Globe Lugo for the Red Sox. Woohoo! We have what I'm going to tell you right now is flat out yellow. And they can call it gold all they want, but it's yellow. So, actually, technically, I guess it isn't their gold version of this, but anyway, it is numbered to 75. It is Lorenzo Cain for the Brewers with the yellow parallel. All right, we are last box mojoing it. Jay Allen needs some mojo for his Phillies, he says. All right, so let's hope the mojo brings us something fantastic, fabulous, awesome, amazing out of our last box here. And of course, tomorrow night and Thursday night, we'll be doing select baseball, splitting a case in half, half Tuesday, half Wednesday. Or half, this is Tuesday, half Wednesday, half Thursday. Oi, oi, oi. It's pretty bad when you don't even know the day of the week, isn't it? But anyway. And then Friday, we got a bunch of stuff coming. So basketball, baseball, and football releases on Friday. Myopia, you want a Rangers Gold Refractor. Well, all right, let's try to find that. That's numbered to 50. That ought to be doable, right? We've hit some orange. We've hit some red. And we've hit the crazy yellow. So, yeah, maybe we're due for a gold. I could deal with that. Jay Allen says it needs to be an awesome and amazing Phillies hit. All right. We'll see if the mojo delivers for us or not. We're going to do our best to bring it home with a bang. Alrighty. There we go. Talent Pipeline. An anniversary Kalenic Mariners. Top 100 Pache Braves. And that is Tigers with another Spanning the Globe. Yeah, I'm still a little bummed that most of our Bowman is loose boxes because of the weird way Topps released it this year. I still don't even, just their whole rationale doesn't even make sense for why they did it the way that they did it. That stupid 25% for release day and 75% later meant there's tons of loose box stuff coming in instead of full cases. And if they just waited and moved the release date by 3 days they could have had it all to everybody at 100%. Royce Lewis, Minnesota Twins, numbered to 125. That is a chrome. I'm going to go with aqua parallel. Topps may not call it aqua, but I do. That was a Dylan Cease that went by. Rookie of the Year contenders, White Sox. And there's a Philly. Spencer Howard on one of the anniversary parallels. So yeah, I don't think I've ever had as much weird, odd lot loose box Bowman as I've got this year. Hardly any of it came as sealed cases. There's Lugo again, Red Sox, spanning the globe. There's our hit. And it looks like we have got the Brewers and Adam Hill. And it's purple parallel as well. And numbered, of course, to 250. So that is our last autograph out tonight. We may find some other parallels, of course, but that's the last ink we're going to see out of this break anyway. Rookie of the Year favorites. There's a Bo Bichette for it. Top 100, Hernandez. Ronaldo Hernandez specifically. Who's that? Somebody just hung out up there on the top by himself. Trout. Trout and Lindor. They hung back. Top 100. Oh, my little Cincinnati Reds get a Nick Lodolo parallel to 499. So the Reds not going home empty-handed after all. Well, nobody's going home empty-handed. Everybody's going to get cards, but you know what I mean. We got a parallel for the Reds. That's what I meant. That's my team, by the way. Not my team as in I don't own it in this break. Someone else owns it in this break. My team as in the team I root for, the team I like. My real life team. How about that? There's another Victor Mesa for the Marlins. And our last atomic refractor makes an appearance here. And it is Bobby Dalbec for the Red Sox. So there's our last little atomic guy for the day, for the night, rather. Top 100. And Minnesota Twins with a spanning the globe. Dodgers anniversary parallel Gavin Lux. Or technically insert. You know I use those words interchangeably when really they're not interchangeable, but I do tend to use them interchangeably. Number to 250, that is a paper purple Diamondbacks Alex Young. One more little stack to look at, and then of course after we do that we will come through and recap our autographed hits, our numbered hits, our atomic refractors, and that kind of fun stuff. After we do the recap, I will once again put up the spreadsheet that shows you anticipated shipping dates, and then we'll do one more little fly through. Oh, that's Isaiah Gilliam for hidden finds for the Yankees. And then after that, we'll take one more look at what's coming up in the days ahead. So that's how it's going to stack up here in the next couple of minutes as we get a little bit closer to being wrapped up tonight. Oh, Jay Allen, you've got Hoskins and a Bowman player break tonight. Well, I hope it does well for you. You'll have to let me know if you add another to your Hoskins connection. I hope you're able to. Numbered to 250, the Diamondbacks. It's paper Alex Young. A Bobby Dalbec Red Sox atomic. Nick Lodolo for the Reds paper, 499. This is chrome to 125. Royce Lewis for the Twins. This one is paper, numbered to 75. Lorenzo Cain and the Brewers. We've got an atomic for the Rays. We've got paper, purple to 250, Diamondbacks. This is numbered to 299 for the Astros, sparkle, speckle, whatever we're going to call it. And this is a little gold shimmer for the Miami Marlins. Not gold, sorry, orange shimmer for the Miami Marlins, numbered to 25 it was. This atomic is numbered to 150. It's top 100 for the Braves, Drew Waters. And then we've got an atomic for the Tigers. We've got another orange chrome, numbered to 25. This one headed to the Pittsburgh Pirates. Atomic for the Colorado Rockies with Colton Welker. Atomic for the Oakland A's. We've got a paper orange to 25. This one is Adam Hall for the Orioles. I've got this little handsome card right here. That is red chrome to 5 groshans for the Blue Jays. Nice. And then last but not least, an atomic Rodriguez for the Mariners. So those are atomics and numbered cards that do not have autographs paired with them. Now, here come our autograph hits. It is Adam Hill, numbered to 250, the purple parallel, going to the Milwaukee Brewers. The White Sox on an atomic parallel, numbered to 100. With Andrew Vaughn. The Oakland A's with some ink for Harris. The Nationals get involved with a base autograph for Rutledge. Then we have a blue parallel numbered to 150, Vargas for the Dodgers. And we got it started tonight with Cardenas and the Tampa Bay Rays with a base autograph. All right, so there's the break and the recap. Let me, as promised, put up a little shipping and other information, getting ready to come at you now. If I can get the spreadsheet set back up over here. All right, so I'm expecting to have this shipped out the door roughly Friday. That stuff is always plus or minus a day, so if the week goes perfectly, maybe it goes out a day early. If the week goes off the rails in some way, might go a day later. But kind of tentatively plan on Friday. We do not need to worry at all about consolation cards in here. As you just witnessed, we saw a zillion, trillion, million cards in here. There's a lot, in other words. And so every team is going to have a package of cards. There's no question. Nobody got shut out on that. So no worries about consolation cards. Here's how it looks in the days ahead. This stuff is already up and running on eBay. We're going to be breaking it over the course of the next few days. So Wednesday night, we'll start a new case of Select Baseball and break half of it. On Thursday night, we'll break what is left of that case of Select Baseball. Friday night, we're going to start a hair later than normal, 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific. There are 3 new products releasing on Friday. And yeah, we're going to break some of all of it. So we'll start out with a half case of Court Kings basketball, loose boxes from Shared Case. Then we'll roll into a full case of Tier 1 baseball. Finally, a half case of Score football that are also loose boxes from Shared Case, and Veteran Base does not ship to the teams in Score football, and it does have its own bidding category. And then both Saturday and Sunday will be off nights. Jay Allen, you said it's bedtime for you. All right, my friend, we'll see you the next time. And you're looking for Rhys Hoskins autograph number 424 in the mail? Nice. Oh, no, you're looking for 423 in the mail. If you hit one tonight, it will be 424. I got you. It took me a minute. I know. I'm a little slow sometimes. All right, well, that is it for me tonight. Thank you once again, everyone, for being here. I appreciate you very much. I hope I will see you again soon. So, stop by anytime. I like having the company. So, anytime you want to come by and hang out with me, I'll be here. In the meantime, stay safe and healthy and happy, and we will see